diversity, linguistics, and domination. How linguistic theory can fit a kind of politics most linguists would oppose. What about politics and its relationship with linguistics? What can we say about how linguistics might relate to characteristic progressive priorities like supporting diversity, opposition to discrimination and domination, commitment to democracy, or the overall political context in which these priorities are situated? What about social relationship with linguistics? Why has it been closer? Why has linguistics been more attached to the capitalist way of being? Many of these linguistics and don't have this type of self-critics against linguistics. They haven't these priorities, which have been very important in other fields of humanities, have not yet um, breakthrough linguistics. Mm, many of this is because of the assumptions about things that linguists have, um, or people have about linguistics. Assumptions about people, for example, the individualism, that the psychological faculty and language is understood to be at the base of an individual phenomenon. The rationalism, the uniformity that every people have, the assumptions about linguistics relationship to language, the assumption that linguistics have to be objective, and it's objectivity for everything. They have to be reducible. Uh, they have to be their formalizability. They say that language can be described through formal or quasi-formal rule systems, and they believe that linguistics are transparent, something that is very hard to find. Many of these assumptions have hurt linguistics and its attachment to social problems and how social problems can be understood through linguistics.
Linguistics assumptions about its own relation to language play a different role. Ideas about reducibility, objectivity, and transparency confine language within a centralizing and universalizing dynamic. Yeah, they claim that all languages can be understood with reference to a unique massive set they call grammar. That means that they believe in a universal grammar. Uh, that means that they believe that the basic blueprint that all languages follow, it could be all those languages that are the most important. For example, English, French, or Chinese. That they said that can serve as an adequate representational medium for the meanings of all languages. In words of Augustine in City of God, the imperial city has endeavored to impose not only her yoke but also her language.
Linguistics do not make good racists. This topic talks about that intellectual climate associated with linguistics is, for the most part, broadly progressive and in particular anti-chauvinist. Looking more closely at languages, and in particular at languages that might seem exotic to us, can make us more tolerant. But first, what is chauvinism? Chauvinism is an exaggerated patriotism and a belligerent belief in national superiority and glory. Whereas patriotism and nationalism may represent temperate pride, chauvinism is intemperate. Intemperate means lack of moderation, pride, temper, or control. So back into the topic, this seems like if we know more about linguistic, we make us more tolerant about our environment, our beliefs. So this discipline also encourage such values as curiosity, logical rigor, and problem solving.
In theory to domination in practice. From their studies, students learn that language is to be seen as a highly systematically and totalizing way. They see language as a single normative model. The basic way of language is the sentence. They categorize the sentences into grammatical or ungrammatically structured sentences, to name a few. Students are made to believe in abstract linguistic reasons. Language is idolized. What is studied is grammars, vocabularies, and language families. They are imaginary and remote from the realities of situated linguistic performance. That's it. Mode of idealization of language would be okay if it actually worked. But disagreement among entire communities of linguists have caused problems. Education in linguistics comes in a clash of interests of society. Students must learn what they have to fight for and that they can deploy the claims of science and reason to make their valid point.